This one's gross. Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking to you about the latest exhibition by Jessica Stoller at P.P.O.W. Gallery in New York City. So when I walked into this exhibition, I knew that it was ceramics, and I don't normally vibe with ceramics on that kind of level. It's beautiful. I love ceramic mugs, plates, this sort of thing. Wares, earthenwares, right? But ceramics as art tends to be something that is hit or miss for me, like most art, but just the surface of it and the way that ceramics interacts is usually not something for me with a painting background that I can vibe with. I'm not so much a 3D person, I'm more of a 2D person, but this exhibition caught my eye because it's quite fleshy. There's a lot of skin. I appreciate when someone can take a material that is so refined, so smooth, so elegant, and use it to make the most grotesque, repulsive, repugnant things that one can imagine. The human body. We're kind of ashamed of it. Some of us. Some of us don't like our flesh, are not comfortable in our own skin, metaphorically and literally, right? And so Jessica Stoller puts together a series of works that depict human body parts, flesh, experiences, things that you have seen on yourself. You have seen your nipple, you have seen hair, you have seen pimples, you have seen sore spots and scratches and rashes. Got some nice wall zits here, some pimple plates, if you will, a little zit pop. Looks like a character study of my middle school years. Oh. These guttural, gross, bodily, anatomical things that feel very sweaty and heavy and yikes. Porcelain is known for being very fine and sophisticated as a material. She uses porcelain to make something very unrefined, which is the human self, a connection to the body, to our lived essence, right? Our bodies as part of us. You got some pus-filled pimples, you got a hairy nipple, there's elements of wrinkles and cellulite and sagging flesh, really fatty, kind of sagging flesh. There's this, what I would call a craggy epidermis, looks a little bit like some crags in the rock, little cracks here and there within the skin, looks like it's a little dried out, needs a little lubriderm, you know what I'm saying? It looks dry, but it's a wet porcelain application with glaze on it, so somehow it's this like wet dryness on the surface. Craggy is how I know how to explain it. I don't know if you can think of a better term than that. You can leave a comment down below, but that's just what I'm picking up, that epidermis. Yuck. Reminds me of the ending of Psycho. What I think is nice about this work is Jessica is a female artist. The art world has historically been a place of male gaze. She is turning that on its head, subverting the male view. The idea of men looking at this work where it's a woman making ceramics, it shouldn't be something grotesque. It shouldn't be something so nasty. You know, it should be something that is refined and delicate. And I think this overall piece that attempts to turn the male gaze on its head by showing you female body parts, but also armoring them with this turn-offedness, this lack of attention or need for the male gaze by just turning that around and saying, no, I'm comfortably myself, hair, cellulite, fat, and all. I don't need a male to define this work for me. Well, she does apply multiple firings to the porcelain because with any kind of clay or porcelain ceramics, you have to go through a firing process in the kiln, high pressures of heat, flame, temperatures rising to turn the wet porcelain and clay into something hard, like a shell, like the glass that you get when you're done with it, that earthenware that's hard and solid. comes from a firing process in the kiln, right? So that's what she does, and it looks super, super interesting and gross at the end of it. So her work goes through multiple firings. She has to do different pieces at different times, at different temperatures to produce the final works. It's super delicate and super carefully done. So these things cost a lot of money because they required a lot of time and energy. In this work, it says that she actually is exploring the body and life history of her grandmother and mother, looking at ideas of preserving beauty and life and youth. You know, thinking about her mother and her grandmother. Her grandmother's hands were, I guess, afflicted by arthritis and just old age. And so the artist, Jessica Stoller, is looking at her grandmother's hands and remembering those things and thinking about life and youth, and can kind of break down all those elements of her own body that she's thinking about will age and sag and change and transform, like all of us. We all go through that. So these are hand built. She did these with her hands, put them all together, fired them. It's an incredible, incredible feat. She had to design these, draw them out, then craft them in clay and porcelain, and fire them in a kiln, and be very careful with transferring and combining and glazing these with a color finishes on them. It's just like, if you understand the practice of making ceramics, this would drive me nuts. Completely impressive. What an outstanding piece of work. I really love this exhibition, and I hope this video is helpful to you in checking out Jessica's work and more of the art from P.P.O.W. Gallery. And I hope to be doing more videos for you and checking out more art in New York City and beyond. So if you like this video, please show it by giving it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. And I hope to be bringing you more art in the months and years ahead. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Stay creative. Peace.